The worst mistake you can make in starting your turkey farming is getting a wrong breed of turkeys. No matter how well you feed them, they won't grow well. And aside that, you're also going to get a lot of health issues. Your turkeys will fall sick and you begin to medicate them. Then your second mistake as a beginner comes in. You either give them the wrong medication or you over medicate them. This is me waggling a dead turkey, and the reason this turkey died was because I over medicated it. I thought by giving it a lot of medicine it was going to heal quickly and then survive, but that mistake really cost me. This turkey died and that was a big loss. A lot of people are venturing into turkey farming today, and as a beginner, before you enter, or if you've already entered, today we are going to be looking at 6 mistakes you should try as much as possible to avoid, because any mistake you do in turkey farming, either small or great, can be very costly. My name is Senriosu Boache, and as usual, welcome to Hopped Ranch. My turkey died because of the first mistake beginners make, and that is not getting enough knowledge before starting out their turkey farming. I was so eager to go in for my turkeys and come and rear them that I didn't really take time to learn about some diseases, how to manage them, some feed requirements in turkeys, and that is what most people do. Don't make that mistake. If I knew by medicating, by giving my turkey too much of the medicine it would die, I wouldn't have done that. So you see, you need to take time to really understand about turkey farming before you go in for your turkeys. Take time to watch videos or read about them to really understand, so you can avoid some costly mistakes that can be very painful. The next mistake beginners make is getting the wrong breed. This is so important. You see, no matter how well you feed a pure local breed chicken, it won't grow big as the foreign breed. And no matter how well your foreign breed chicken is, usually they have a low disease resistance compared to a local breed chicken. And that is breed selection. However, we have hybrid, and the hybrid is a cross between a local and a foreign breed. So when you go in for your turkeys, try to get hybrid turkeys, and those are turkeys that both grow big and also have high disease resistance. Such type of turkeys would really help you, because when you feed them well, they are able to grow really big, and also they have high disease resistance. When they fall sick, they are able to recover by themselves even without medication. When you make the mistake of going in for a poor breed, you may have to start your turkey farming all over again with the right breed. So taking time to get the right breed is very good. If possible, let the person you are buying from take pictures of the parent stock. The parent stock is the turkeys that have given birth to the ones you are going to buy. So let the person show you some pictures or videos of those turkeys so you can see for yourself how they look like, because usually their babies will grow up to become just like their parents. So the second point is take time to get the right breed turkeys. Don't rush into getting your turkeys. The third mistake you need to avoid in starting your turkey farming is not being financially prepared. When I started out my turkey farming, I was so eager to go in for the turkeys that after buying the turkeys, I didn't even have enough money to buy food for them. So I had to borrow to add up to the little money I had in order to get them food. When that feed finished, I fed them so poorly that they grew up and most of them actually died. And those that remained were lean and sickly. When you see them, they were almost dead. So my point is, please don't make that mistake. Make sure you have enough money. For me, at some point, I even wished that all my turkeys were dead, because any little money that I get, I need to buy food for them, and I didn't have money. So taking time to get money before you venture into turkey farming is very important. Don't make the mistake of just going in for the turkeys and knowing you don't have enough money to feed them till they reach their market size. So make sure to get enough money so you can feed them well. When you feed them well, they grow very fast and they don't get a lot of diseases. That's one thing I've realized. When you're able to feed your turkeys very well, they are able to fight a lot of diseases. Their immunity grows very quickly, and also it becomes strong, so they can fight off a lot of diseases, and that's actually a bonus. So make sure you have enough money to feed them well, to vaccinate them, to medicate them whenever it is necessary. Taking time to get money before you venture into turkey farming is very important. If you are enjoying the video, please like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any exciting video. The next mistake you need to avoid as a beginner is poor feeding. When you start out your turkey farming, most beginners want to chisel their way when it comes to feeding. The truth is that if you don't feed your turkeys well, they won't grow well. And especially from day old to about 5 weeks, you need to feed them very well with high quality feed so that they can develop their muscles very quickly and also become big very quickly and fight off diseases that usually can kill them when they are that young. The next mistake you should avoid as a beginner is poor structure. This is a video of me rearing my first layer chicken. Do you see where they are? Do you see how crowded they are? That farming was actually a disaster. Most of them died. Whenever there was a disease, the disease was spread so quickly that most of them will get it. In a day, 4 birds could die, and most of them were sick. Whenever there is an overcrowding like this, cannibalism, poor hygiene, disease spreading quickly, feather pecking, all these sets in. And this is an example of poor structure. So taking time to get a good structure for your turkeys is very important. Don't go in for your turkeys before you come and make a structure for them. First prepare a good structure for them before you go in for your turkeys. If you have a poor structure at the moment and your turkeys are cannibalizing on each other, check the description to see how you can use a simple technique in managing cannibalism at your farm. The next mistake you should avoid as a beginner is not having your drinker and your feeder. These equipments are so important to get when you are starting out your poultry farming. Well, sometimes you might consider them not to be very necessary. But the thing is, when you have a good drinker like this or a feeder, you can actually store the feed and go and they'll be eating. So the feed will be pouring out, and when you have a drinker, they won't dirty the drinker very easily. All they'll have to do is be drinking and you just fill it, so it becomes very easy in your poultry farm. Sometimes you might also want to use something like this as your feeder. So when you have something like this as your feeder, this is not very professional. In my experience, it doesn't really help me because chickens like to scratch and dirty their food when you pour it in. So if you are going somewhere and you put a lot of food here, food that you would want them to eat for a long time, when you come back, you see that they will scratch and throw some out. They would poop in the feed and it becomes dirty. Sometimes you even see soil in the feed, so you have to change the whole thing. But when you have a proper feeder like I showed you, then all you have to do is fill it and they will be eating. they won't be able to scratch it or poop inside. And that is something you need to get, and it will really help you. But you can also use these type of feeders when your turkeys are old enough and when the feed you give them is not much. In that way, they'll eat quickly, they'll eat everything very quickly, and then the feeder will be there. But in order to, if you want your turkeys to eat for a long time, then you should use proper equipment, proper feeders, and proper drinkers. You can actually grow your turkey farming very quickly. In this video, I show how I actually grew from just 1 male and 1 female mature turkeys to 27 turkeys in just 4 months. Yes, 4 months. Check that video out to see how I did it. When you avoid a lot of mistakes, you are really going to grow very quickly. Turkey farming is fun and exciting, and I wish you all the best. Bye.